Ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to find greatness somewhere out there. You don't need to wait for permission, luck, or the perfect timing. The truth is, the version of you that wins is already inside. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about removing the layers that have held you back: fear, doubt, distraction, excuses, and stepping into the person you were always meant to be. This is more than motivation. This is a declaration of war on your limitations. And this 8-hour journey, it's designed to help you unlock the potential that's been buried by comfort, delay, and hesitation. Let's dig it out. Let's activate it. The world hasn't seen the real you yet, but that ends today. Recognize the warrior already within. Right now, as you listen to this, there's a stronger, braver, more focused version of you already alive inside. You may not see it in the mirror yet. You may not feel it every morning, but it's there, and it's hungry to take over. The world conditioned you to doubt yourself. Play it safe. Don't dream too big. Stay in your lane. Just be realistic. But that voice inside you, the one that whispers, "I'm made for more," that voice is telling the truth. Challenge the narrative. You've been living. You've been handed stories your whole life. You're too late. You're not smart enough. You're not strong enough. That's not for people like you. But those stories, they're lies. And every day you live by them, you bury your greatness under excuses and fear. Today, we rewrite your narrative. Samtak, you are powerful. Samtak, you are built for impact. Samtak, you're not here to survive. You're here to lead, build, and win. Step 2, shift from scarcity to identity. You don't need more motivation. You need to align your identity with the version of you that wins. Ask yourself, what does the winner version of me look like? How do they talk? How do they carry themselves? What habits do they protect? What energy do they give off? Now, here's the key. Start acting like them. Before you feel like them. That's how the transformation begins. Step 3, stack tiny wins daily. Big change isn't built in one night. It's built by showing up when you don't feel like it, over and over. Want to meet the version of you that wins? Do the things that version of you would do. 75. Wake up early, even when it's hard. Squadron. Move your body, even if it's just 20 minutes. Eat for energy, not just emotion. Squadron. Finish what you start. Every time you follow through, you cast a vote for the real you to rise. Left, double quotation mark, finish what you start. Every time you follow through, you cast a vote for the real you to rise. Your comfort zone will feel magnetic. People around you might get uncomfortable. Self-doubt will whisper, "Who do you think you are?" But let me be clear. The stronger version of you only comes out through struggle. That voice of doubt, that's the test. The question is, will you fold or will you fight for the real you? Squadron step 5. Understand that you are not broken. You're becoming. Every scar, every loss, every moment of doubt is part of the story you'll tell when you win. So don't hide from the past. Use it. Let it fuel you. Let it push you. Let it remind you that you've survived worse and you're still standing. Final truth. The winner is already there. You just need to let them out. You don't have to invent the best version of yourself. You only have to unlock it. Strip away the distractions. Reject the false labels. Rewire your daily choices. Reinforce the belief that you're already enough and growing stronger by the day. The version of you that wins isn't waiting for a miracle. They're waiting for your decision. So decide. Step up and stay with me for the rest of this journey, because the person you're about to become, they'll shock the world. Stop negotiating with weakness. Let's get something straight. The version of you that wins doesn't negotiate with weakness. They don't argue with the alarm clock. They don't justify skipping the hard work. They don't pause to ask, do I feel like it? They just do it. Because discipline isn't about feeling motivated. It's about remembering who the hell you are and who you're becoming. Stop letting comfort vote. Every day, there's a wall between two versions of you. The weak you that wants comfort, distractions, excuses, sleep, scrolling, drama, and instant pleasure. The winning you that craves progress, growth, achievement, discipline, peace, and legacy. And every decision you make is a vote. You're either casting ballots for greatness or for mediocrity with every action. You want to change your life? Start by outvoting your weaknesses. Comfort is killing your potential. We live in a world built for distraction and dopamine. Fast food, endless scrolling, quick validation, cheap entertainment, comfort over progress. But the truth is, everything you're capable of lives on the other side of discomfort. You will never meet the winner inside you while you're numbing your edge with comfort. That version of you, the one that's built for impact, they're forged in discomfort, sharpened in silence, refined in struggle, and birthed through discipline. Hear the cycle of almost. Let's talk straight. You've had moments where you almost made it. You almost built that habit. You almost finished the plan. You almost turned the corner. But almost doesn't build legacies. Why do you keep stopping? Because you're still negotiating with weakness, still letting the old version of you have a seat at the table. If you want to be the one who wins, you have to cut the rope, burn the bridge, shut the door on anything that sounds like I'll do it tomorrow. Every time you sweat, struggle, or face resistance, your comfort zone screams stop. But your higher self says, keep going. Let that voice grow louder. Winners feel pain, but they use it. Pain of discipline, greater than pain of regret. Pain of growth, greater than pain of stagnation. Pain of showing up, greater than pain of being average. You choose which pain you carry, but make no mistake, you will carry one. How to start muscling weakness daily. If you're serious about becoming the best version of yourself, start doing these immediately. Wake up when you say you will. Don't snooze. Ever. That's the first battle, and it sets the tone for your entire day. Do hard things daily, even if small. Cold showers, intense workouts, hard conversations. Lean into resistance. Create non-negotiables. Your morning routine, your daily goal, your movement. No room for feelings, just execution. Guard your inputs. Unfollow nonsense. Turn off drama. Protect your mental diet like your life depends on it, because it does. Celebrate the follow-through, not the feeling. Don't wait to be motivated. Just finish. Every win builds momentum. Brick by brick, the wall gets built. The version of you that wins is created in one breakthrough moment. They're built. In the lonely reps, in the 6 a.m. silence, in the saying no when it's easier to say yes, in the choosing progress over pleasure. Brick by brick, decision by decision, day by day. That's how champions are made. Honeyed final truth. Stop giving a voice to your limits. You want real power? Silence the part of you that complains, delays, scrolls, and doubts. It's not the real you. It's the scared you. It's the tired you. It's the version of you that never wins. The version of you that wins is already inside, but they only rise when you stop feeding weakness. So no more deals with procrastination. No more bargains with laziness. No more conversations with doubt. It's war now. And the prize? Your own potential, finally unleashed. Identity is built by repetition, not inspiration. Let's be brutally honest. Motivation gets you started, but repetition builds the new you. The version of you that wins doesn't show up once in a while. They show up every day, whether it's raining, whether they're tired, whether the world notices or not. Why? Because they know one thing most people ignore. Your identity isn't built by what you say, it's built by what you repeat. Repetition is the builder of beasts. Think about it. You didn't become lazy overnight. You didn't become undisciplined by accident. You didn't lose momentum in one moment. It was repetition, repeated snoozing, repeated scrolling, repeated compromises. So guess what builds the other version of you, the one that wins? The same thing. Repetition. It's not fancy. It's not flashy. It's not viral. But it's the truth. Winners are not made by inspiration. They are built by boring, brutal, consistent repetition. You've trained it for years, and it obeys. But now, it's time to rewire the system. If you repeat weakness, you believe you're weak. If you repeat strength, you believe you're unstoppable. If you repeat success behaviors, you identify as a winner. That's not magic. That's neuroscience. The more you do something, the more it becomes who you are. Act like the person you want to become, even before you feel like it, and watch who shows up. Actions forge identity, not feelings. Let me say this loud for the people in the back. You do not become the best version of yourself by waiting to feel like them. You become that person by acting like them, every single day. Start small. Speak like a leader. Move like a champion. Eat like someone who values their body. Work like someone who's building an empire. Show up like someone who's already successful. You're not faking it, you're forging it. If you want lasting change, get out of the emotional roller coaster and build a system. Winners don't rely on hype, they rely on habits. Here's a high-dash performance identity system to install today. Morning movement, sweat early, command your energy, focus zone. 60 to 90 minutes of deep, no distraction work. Nutrition check-in, fuel for focus, not for feelings. Progress reflection, one line. What did I win today? Night audit, did I act like the winner version of me? That's it. Repeat. Stack, build momentum. Stack your identity, one brick at a time. Repetition is stacking bricks. One morning workout, one honest task completed, one temptation resisted, one boundary held, and then another and another. That's how confidence is built. Not through cheering, not through inspiration quotes, through evidence. Show your brain proof every day. Soon, you won't need to try to act like the winning version of you. You'll just be them. Stop waiting for lightning strikes. You don't need more motivation. You need a commitment to repetition. You need to show up on the boring days. Show up when no one's watching. Show up when your emotions scream, not today. Because every time you do, you're voting for the winner inside. Live final truth. Your future self is counting on today's reps. You want to know what real success looks like? It's not the big speech, not the overnight win, not the highlight reel. It's the small reps, done consistently, in silence, without applause. That's where the winner is born. The version of you that wins already lives inside. You just have to give them proof, not promises. Repeat the actions, rebuild the identity, and one day, you'll look in the mirror and recognize the legend you've become. Stop negotiating with your potential. There comes a moment when you realize the problem isn't the world. It's the negotiation you keep having with yourself. You say you want success. You say you're committed. But when discomfort knocks, when distractions whisper, when your old habits creep in, you start negotiating. Maybe just today becomes maybe tomorrow. You've been there. You said you'd wake up early, but you hit snooze. You promised you'd start the project, but you scrolled for an hour. You declared you'd train today, but you made excuses. That's the negotiation. And guess what? Every time you say yes to your excuses, you say no to your future. That version of you that wins, they don't show up through compromise. They arrive through conviction. LALA. Kill the backup plan. You will never rise to your best self if you keep giving yourself soft exits. You have to start showing up like there's no plan B. Don't give yourself an escape. Don't give yourself loopholes. Don't leave the door cracked open for weakness. Your potential isn't found in ease. It's unlocked to resolve. Let it pass, decide once. Act daily. Winners don't make decisions daily. They decide once and then execute without emotion. You're tired? So what? You're not feeling it. That's irrelevant. It's not convenient. Success never is. You don't get what you want by constantly checking how you feel. You get it by choosing discipline over drama every single time. The difference between try and train. You're not here to try anymore. You're here to train. Trying is hopeful. Training is committed. Trying quits when it's hard. Training gets back up. Training is emotional. Training is intentional. The version of you that wins isn't trying to show up. They train until it's who they are. Stop asking for permission to be great. Greatness isn't handed out. It's taken. Stop waiting for someone to validate your dreams. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop looking around to see who's watching. You don't need permission to be excellent. You need execution. Your discipline is louder than your doubt. Doubt screams. Discipline whispers. But in the long run, only one builds a future. Every time you honor your word, even when it's small, you tell your brain, left double quotation mark. And slowly, you become undeniable. Train your mind like a muscle. You wouldn't expect your body to grow without reps, right? Then why expect your mindset to evolve without challenge? Start training your mind. Resist comfort. Delay gratification. Lean into the hard. Get obsessed with effort. Because your potential isn't hiding. It's buried under the lies you've told yourself about how easy it should be. At times, you never have to stop or do it in this situation. Make the switch from I should to I must. I should is weak. I must is power. I should work harder becomes I must go all in. You don't negotiate with what you must do. You conquer it. But potential without action is just wasted genius. Stop debating your next move. Start becoming it. Show up like the version of you that wins is already calling the shots, because they are. They've been waiting on you. Now go show them you're done negotiating and you're ready to win. The war between who you are and who you could be. There is a silent war being fought every single day inside of you, and it's not between you and the world. It's between who you are right now and who you could become. Let that sink in. You're not in competition with anyone else. The only person standing between you and the future version of yourself is the version that's comfortable right now. Every day is a battle for identity. Every habit you repeat, every excuse you accept, every shortcut you take, every promise you keep or break, all of it is casting a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. And you're either building the version of you that wins or empowering the one that stays average. There is no neutral. Every choice matters. Stop living on repeat. Most people don't fail because they don't know what to do. They fail because they keep reliving the same version of themselves every day. You wake up, go through the motions, scroll the same feed, tell yourself the same story. I'll start tomorrow. I'm not ready yet. One more time won't hurt. And before you know it, another year is gone. Not because you didn't try, but because you kept reliving a version of you that was never meant to win. Change doesn't begin with motivation. It begins with refusing to live on repeat. Your mind is a mirror. Clean it up. Here's the hard truth. You'll never become more until you believe you are worth more. And most people are fighting for a better future with a mind trained by their past. The version of you that wins, they don't carry shame. They don't tolerate excuses. They don't let self-doubt rent space in their head. They wake up, look in the mirror, and demand excellence, even if they're not there yet. Why? Because they've decided who they are, and everything they do reflects that decision. You are who you train to be. There's no magical moment where confidence shows up, no secret switch that gets flipped, no applause that suddenly makes you worthy. The version of you that wins, they're built in silence, in discipline, in reps. When you push yourself to work when it's hard, when you stay consistent when no one claps, when you keep your promise even when no one's watching, that's when the shift happens. That's when the current version of you starts losing the war, and the version that wins starts taking over. Stop being loyal to the old you. You're not obligated to be who you were yesterday. Let that go. You don't owe your old habits a lifetime subscription. You don't have to repeat the same story. You don't have to shrink just because people expect the smaller version of you. You can rise. You can evolve. You can rewrite everything. But first, you must divorce the identity that's holding you back. The hard road is the only road success will never feel convenient. But you know what feels worse? Staying the same. Stop waiting for it to feel right. Start doing what's required. You don't need more time. You need more truth. And the truth is, you are powerful. You are capable. You are responsible. You are ready. The version of you that wins, they're already inside you, but they only come out when you refuse to settle. You don't have to live small. You just have to make a choice, a real one. And once you do, you'll find out the version of you that wins has been waiting on you to stop waiting on permission. You don't need permission to win, just a decision. You've been waiting for a sign, waiting for the right time, waiting for someone to notice your potential, validate your efforts, or clear your path. Let this be the moment where you stop waiting and start deciding. Because here's the truth no one tells you. You don't need permission to win. Stop asking for what you already own. So many people are out here begging life to believe in them when they haven't even made the decision to believe in themselves. You already have the fire. You already have the vision. You already have the dream. But you've been playing small because somewhere deep inside, you think someone else needs to say. Left double quotation mark. Your life is built on decisions, not conditions. Every person you admire, every high performer, every overnight success, they all have one thing in common. They decided to, not when they had the support, not when things felt perfect. They decided when it was hard. They decided when no one else clapped. They decided before the results showed up. That's what winners do. They don't wait. They act. You have everything it takes. Right now. You don't need a new year. You don't need a better job. You don't need more motivation. You need to recognize that everything you need is already inside of you. The discipline, the hunger, the clarity, the mental toughness, the drive. It's all there, but it's locked behind your indecision. Once you commit to unlocking it, every excuse becomes irrelevant. Shift your identity from waiting to owning. There are two types of people in this world. Those who wait for life to change, and those who own their life and change it themselves. If you're tired of watching others win, if you're sick of feeling stuck, if you're done playing small, then say it. I'm done waiting. I decide now. When you finally decide to own your life, something powerful happens. You stop blaming. You stop complaining. You stop delaying. You stop outsourcing your power. You stop needing the world to tell you who you are, because you've already decided who you're becoming. And every move you make starts aligning with that version. Stack small wins. Dominate the day. Winning isn't some magical destination. It's 1,000 micro decisions made every day. Wake up early or hit snooze. Show up or make excuses. Stay locked in or get distracted. Feed your purpose or your comfort. The version of you that wins is built one choice at a time, one disciplined action at a time, one bold step at a time. And it starts today, not someday. You already have the power. Use it. You don't need a title. You don't need more time. You don't need someone to pick you. You just need to pick yourself. Decide that you are the one. Decide that you are enough. Decide that you will no longer shrink to fit into the world's expectations. Because the version of you that wins, they've been waiting on one thing, a decision from you. There is no finish line, only the next level. You've come far. You've endured. You've started changing your habits, your mindset, your patterns. What now comes the greatest trap of all? Comfort. That deceptive little voice that says, you've done enough. You've changed enough. You can ease up now. But the version of you that wins, they don't play for comfort. They play for legacy. You're not done. You're just getting started. Most people want to reach a place where they can stop. But winners, they know there is no finish line. They understand that life isn't about arriving somewhere perfect. It's about becoming someone powerful and then rising again. You don't graduate from discipline. You don't finish self-control. You don't complete mental toughness. You grow it every day, or you lose it. Growth doesn't live in safety. It lives in challenge, in tension, in pushing the edge of your limits. Every time you settle, every time you pause your hunger, every time you tell yourself, I've done enough for now, you shrink. Because growth never stands still. You're either climbing or you're sliding. The next level version of you is watching. Ask yourself, what would the 10x version of me do today? How would the highest version of me move, think, speak, show up? Would they settle or would they stretch? You already know the answer. That version of you, the one with discipline, vision, intensity, and purpose, they're watching your choices right now. And they're rooting for you to rise, not once, but over and over again. The only way to win forever is to keep growing. Here's what high performers understand. Winners keep evolving. They reinvent. They relearn. They never believe they've made it. Why? Because the moment you start believing you're done, you start dying. You have to become addicted to progress. Not trophies, not likes, not money. Progress. You are built for expansion, not containment. The reason you feel that fire inside, that hunger that never fully goes away, is because you are not meant to stay where you are. You are built to expand. In mindset, in purpose, in discipline, in leadership, in how deeply you live, and how fiercely you lead. Stop trying to shrink to fit into old roles, old routines, old limitations. You weren't designed to be average. You were designed to elevate. Choose your hard, comfort or growth. Growth is hard, but you know what else is hard? Wasting your potential, looking back with regret, watching someone else live the life you were meant to lead. So choose your hard wisely, because the pain of growth is temporary, but the pain of regret, that echoes forever. Winners don't plateau, they push. This is where most people stop. Butler. But you're not most people. You've already made it farther than most. So don't let that be your excuse to slow down. Let it be your reason to level up. You've built momentum. Now build mastery. I'm leveling up. Say it again. Left, double, quotation mark. Done. Left, double, quotation mark, leveling up. Because there is always more clarity to gain, more strength to develop, more purpose to walk in, more of you to unleash. The version of you that wins doesn't stop here. They rise again, and again, and again. Step into the arena. You are the one you've been waiting for. You've made it this far, through the doubt, through the distractions, through the days you wanted to quit. But now comes the moment that separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the warriors, the almosts from the achievers. And that moment is this. Will you finally believe in the version of you that's already inside? You don't need permission. You need conviction. The world is full of people waiting for the perfect time, waiting for approval, waiting until they feel ready. But the version of you that wins, they don't wait. They decide. They build the door if the opportunity doesn't knock. You don't need more time. You need more fire. And it's already inside you, buried beneath layers of hesitation and fear. Everything you need is already within you. You're not lacking potential. You're just not fully activating it. You don't need a new version of yourself. You need to unleash the version that's been trying to break free for years. The one that shows up on time. The one that keeps promises. The one that fights for their future. The one that refuses to break when things get hard. You don't find greatness. You remember it. It's already in you. Write the old story. Write the one that wins. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not your doubt. That old story of I can't, of I've tried before, of I've too late. Burn it, because the version of you that wins writes new rules, new standards, new expectations. They're not waiting to see if they're good enough. They become good enough by showing up. Over and over. Change doesn't last unless it becomes your identity. You want to win long term? Then stop chasing motivation. Start building identity. I am disciplined. I am focused. I don't quit. I do hard things. Left double quotation mark. Winners don't ask if they feel ready. They act from who they've decided to become. It's the voice that says, not today. It's the voice that says, what's the point? It's the voice that says, you'll never make it. You beat that voice with action. You break its power by doing what it fears most, consistency. Show up, take the step, stay in the fight. That's how you win. The final decision, show the world who you are. This is the last hour. That it's not the end, it's the beginning. Because now, you don't just know there's a winning version of you inside. Now you've proven it. You've shown up hour after hour. You've endured. You've evolved. You've remembered your strength. The final decision. Show the world who you are. This is the last hour, but it's not the end. It's the beginning. Because now, you don't just know there's a winning version of you inside. Now, you've proven it. You've shown up hour after hour. You've endured. You've evolved. You've remembered your strength. So here's your final mission. Step into the arena, not halfway, not with hesitation, but with fire, with purpose, with unshakable clarity that the world hasn't even met the strongest version of you yet. If this speech lit a fire inside you, don't let it die. Share it, rewatch it, use it daily. Like, consume, subscribe to this channel for more US-focused motivation that speaks directly to your grind, your goals, and your greatness. And remember this, you're not becoming something new. You're uncovering who you were always meant to be. Let the world meet the version of you that wins, because they're already inside. And they're ready. Let's go.